Guys, how's it going? It's Matt. I hope you guys are having a good day today and an even better day tomorrow. First, we're just going to start this video off with a review of my plan going into this past week. Okay, so again guys, we're going to start off with the week 9 summary this week. So I did plan on making some changes, and I did end up actually making some trades this week. But first I did want to make a quick update on the transfer requests that I have been speaking to in the past couple of weeks. So it turns out that the past 8 weeks that were trying to process my transfer request, it was denied. Ended up being because my account names did not match from one account to the other. So it was actually because there was my middle initial in one account and not in the other. So I just thought I'd let you guys know, give you a heads up for anyone that is looking to make any transfers like that in the future. Make sure that those are the same. Because you'd think it wouldn't make much of a difference if it's just missing a middle initial, not even a middle name, but apparently it does, so keep an eye out for that if you are making any sort of transfer request. So with that said, I did make 2 transactions in the account during the week. First, as you can see here, I did make a cut to my position in NEO. So as you can see in my summary here, there is no more position or stake in NEO. That is all gone. I did sell out of that at $45.30 on Tuesday. Turned out to be incredibly timed, as it hasn't reached that price since then and has only dropped since then about 10 to 12% last I checked. So I'm pretty happy about that. And second, with that newfound cash available to me, I went ahead and purchased another 18 shares of Tattooed Chef at $20.30 on Wednesday. Although the price has since dropped below the 1950 mark, I'm still very happy with getting the opportunity to add to my position at such a low cost. And again, if I have any other cash available to me, I'll likely be adding to Tattooed Chef, or ticker TTCF, whenever it is around or under that $20 mark. So it's just another buying opportunity for me. And with that out of the way, let's look at a summary of what actually happened to my portfolio over the week, the 9th week specifically of this challenge. The best performing holding I had this week was in Tencent, ticker symbol TCEHY. I did have only a slight increase by the end of the week of about 1%. My worst performing holding, on the other hand, was Coin. Again, no surprise there, which was down about 11.4% in the week, so a very significant drop there. Overall, my portfolio was down significantly this week, about $450, or roughly 8% of this account's worth. So it's definitely been a rough week for my positions, and they are fast approaching the purchasing prices from 2 months ago. So I'm not really worried. Most of them still are technically in the positive. If anything, it just gives me an opportunity to buy more. And really, the fundamentals are still unchanged, and this type of volatility, again, just breeds another buying opportunity. So in other news, when actually comparing that to the S&P lost about 1% in that week. So definitely not as significant as my portfolio. But like I said last week, this is certainly the worst performance that my portfolio has had in a single week when compared to the S&P, so I'll definitely be making some changes given the right opportunity. And again, just to restate, the main focus and goal of this portfolio is to be competitive with the S&P, but have a slightly higher risk and reward aspect to it. So this is definitely something I have been preparing for, and I'm happy to see that it gives me another buying opportunity at similar prices from just over 2 months ago. If anything, the past 2 months has just indicated that this type of portfolio likely performs better with higher trading activity, since we saw only last week the majority of my holdings were up at least 10%, and now they're closer down to that 0 mark. 10% lock-in gains are pretty significant, although there are fees, so that's something to take into consideration. So with that in mind, I'll be doing some calculations to account for the fees that would reflect a higher trading activity and see how it would fare if that type of strategy were to take place for the remainder of this challenge. And now in terms of overall performance or total performance, the best performer in this portfolio is still MP Materials. I know you can see here Peloton is actually past that, but this is being recorded as the market is open on Monday, so we're not going to be looking at that until next week, so it may be changed. So just ignore that graph for now, as it's being changed live as the market is open. So anyways, it is still showing support around that $30 mark, which is a very safe position for this portfolio, as the purchase price is closer to 25. And as of Friday's close, it settled around a 25% increase from start. Now it's obviously closer to 20, just as it opens this morning. But anyways, in terms of the worst performer, the throne is again back with its rightful owner in Coinbase. We did have 1 week where Tencent was the worst performer, but now it is obviously back with Coinbase. Yeah, so again, it's a similar situation that we've had to previous weeks, where right now the only positions that I have that are in red are still Coinbase and Tencent. All in all, including fees, the account is down 3.63%, and before fees, it's about 0.5%. Obviously, it's changed now. It's a little red in the market this morning, so the numbers don't quite reflect that on your screen, but I have them recorded from Friday's close. So again, when comparing the portfolio performance to the S&P over the same time period, which is up about 4.4%, my portfolio is performing significantly worse, but before this week it was significantly better, without even accounting for contributions that have been made that have diluted the returns in the account. So it's definitely a bad week when you're looking at it just on its own, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, it's really not that big of a deal. And obviously, when looking at the fees, my account is performing even worse, but as I have said in previous updates, the fees will become more and more meaningless over time as the account grows, and don't really indicate the performance of the portfolio, especially considering there are no fees in the S&P index. So including fees in this comparison is obviously not a true one-to-one comparison. And finally, going into my plan for next week, I left it blank or as none for now, just because, again, I don't have any cash available to me to make purchases at the moment, but I am expecting my transfer request to go through, and will consider adding more funds to the account if I see a more immediate opportunity that I think will not be available to me in the future. So when it does actually go through, I will be making several changes to my positions. Likely, I know previously I mentioned adding new positions, but in the current state anyways, I'll just be adding to my positions rather than creating new ones, since the prices are back to where they were 2 months ago. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll be uploading updates again every week to summarize the past week and point out some ideas for the upcoming week. Additionally, I am considering doing some analysis videos of companies that I do have positions in, so if there is any interest in that, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be looking at making some of those. So if you guys are interested, please let me know in the comments down below. There's no guarantee for upload times on these because of my schedule, so consider them as bonus content whenever they are released. That's it for today, guys. Thanks again for watching.